Hello and welcome to Card Sharks. I'd like to thank Josh Allington for today's opening poem. And if you'd like to leave an opening poem for the show, leave it in the comments below. Now, on with today's game. If you run out the cards, it's pretty neat. Cause soon you'll be living on Easy Street. On Card Sharks! This is the game where a single turn of the cards can win you up to $32,000 in cash. Now, here's your host, the star of Card Sharks, Brandon Scruggs. And welcome to our final episode here of the regular season here on Card Sharks. Glad to have you with us once again. This episode, at the end of this one, we'll know our 8 players who will be competing in the Tournament of Champions, and one of them will have a shot to go on to win our top prize, which is $250,000 to our winner here of the Card Sharks Season 1 Tournament of Champions. But we'll talk more about that as we come to the end of the episode. But as for now, we need to meet our players who are going to have an opportunity to be playing in today's game here of Card Sharks. One of them could have a chance to fight their way in the tournament, but we'll see how that goes down as we start by meeting with our current champion, who won on our last episode, had some rough time with money cards, but is our champion now with $1,000 cash to his credit. We've got AJ Richards. AJ, welcome back.
Hi, Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some rough goes with the money cards, but that one yesterday was just bowling shoe ugly for you, sir.
Yeah, it was.
But hopefully you can see maybe improve on your ranking and maybe improve on your spot as we come into the Tournament of Champions today. Are you ready to play?
I'm ready to play.
All right, well, best of luck to you. Well, playing against you in this first game of Card Sharks here and playing for a potential spot in the playoffs, we have Sonny. Sonny, welcome back.
What's up?
Sonny currently actually is sitting on the outside looking in as our 9th placed ranking player here on the show, but the couple wins today and some good runs of the money cards could get her into the Tournament of Champions. Sonny, you ready to try your luck here?
Yep.
All right, well, best of luck to you guys. Let's get into it and let's play some Card Sharks. You guys know how the game works. Call your way across the cards, either calling the next card either higher or lower than the previous one. If you do that, you get all the way across the board, you win a game and $250. If you do it twice, that's a game of the match that's $500 to you, and you go on to play the money cards where you have a chance to win of up to $32,000 in cash, which that could help somebody significantly as they're going toward the Tournament of Champions here on this final episode. Let's get things started off here with our first question of the day, going to our champion AJ. And today we're going to be doing would you rather style questions on the show. So take that into consideration as we asked a group of people. So we're looking for what percentage of people on these questions here today.
You didn't ask nobody on your phone.
No, these are questions that are asked by everybody that keep records of it. So it's actually asked by people. So
I know that you didn't ask them.
Okay, fine, I didn't ask them, but the surveyors did.
Okay.
Anyway. All right, first question goes to you, AJ. AJ, folks were asked the question of, would you rather go on a magic carpet ride with Jasmine or take Cinderella to the ball? What percentage of people said they'd rather go on a magic carpet ride with Jasmine?
Who wouldn't want to go on a magic ride with Jasmine? I actually would rather do that because I would love to see the city on a magic carpet. So I would say very mid to high number 55.
55% of people said they'd rather go on the magic carpet ride with Jasmine. Sonny, higher or lower than 55?
I'd say higher.
Let's say even higher than that. Well, let's see. The actual percent of people that said they'd rather go on a magic carpet ride with Jasmine versus taking Cinderella to the ball is 61. It is higher.
Nice.
I'd be one of the 61 that wanted to go on a magic carpet ride with Jasmine.
That is true as well. All right, Sonny, you get first crack at the cards here today. Let's take a look at your base card. An ace.
Lower.
On lower than the ace. It's an 8 up the middle.
I'll freeze.
Gonna freeze there, taking the one card advantage over the
I'm
champion.
not touching that damn 8.
As we go to question number 2 now, this one goes to Sonny. Sonny, we asked folks, would you rather earn $250,000 a year for doing no work or earn $1 million a year working a full-time job? What percentage of people said they'd rather earn $1 million a year working a full-time job?
What was the other one?
The first one was earn $250,000 a year for doing no work.
Let's go with 48%.
48% of people said they'd rather earn $1 million a year working a full-time job. AJ, higher or lower than 48?
You said how many people would rather
Rather-
get $1 million?
Yeah, rather earn $1 million a year working a full-time job versus $250,000 a year not having a job.
I'll say it's a tiny bit lower.
Let's say a little lower than that. I'm thinking it might be as well too. We'll see. The actual number of people that said they'd rather earn $1 million a year working a full-time job versus earning $250,000 a year doing no work is 28. It is lower.
All right.
20 or over
20.
Sonny's.
28% of people would rather have a full-time job and earn more money. That's kind of sad and depressing when you think about it in the long run of things. But nonetheless, AJ, you're in control of the cards. Let's take a look at your base card for this first game of Card Sharks, and it is a 10.
Change that 10, please.
All right, changing the 10. Next card off the top of the deck. That 10 now becomes an ace.
At least.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. It's a queen.
Lower than the queen.
Again, lower than the queen. A 9.
I'm freezing.
Gonna freeze right there. All right, taking the one card lead back over Sunny. As we go to question number 3 on this one, and this one goes to AJ. AJ, we asked 100 people. Would you rather have free McDonald's for life or have free vegetables for life? What percentage of people said they'd rather have free McDonald's for life?
Oh.
You okay there?
Yeah. I'm good.
Well, considering our obesity rate in America, I would say is a high number. I would say 71.
71% of people said rather have free McDonald's for life versus free veggies for life. Sonny, higher or lower than 71?
I'm going to say lower.
Let's see, even lower than that. All right, we'll see. The actual percentage of people that said they'd rather have free McDonald's for life versus having free vegetables for life is 30. It is lower.
I'm surprised.
I'm very surprised.
Yes, there is a very high obese rate here, but nowadays everybody's been seeing a lot of people are like, oh, health food.
If anybody would offer a free McDonald's for life, I would be surprised.
I would take it. I mean, it would make me fat, but I would take it.
No,
I
because there's a
love
lot
it.
of healthier options on their menu now compared to back in the day. But that's neither here nor there at this point. We'll talk about it during the commercial break. For now, though, Sonny, you got control of the card, and you got that 8.
Let's change it.
All right, changing that 8. That 8 now becomes a 5.
That's
Let's go higher.
Going on, higher than the 5. It's a 10.
Let's go lower.
Going on, lower than the 10.
No!
No! King, you lose those 2 cards there, giving AJ a free chance to play off the 9.
Lower.
Lower than the 9. Oh no! King got you 2.
what is up with that? I like to know.
That's the way the cards are dealt out. Again, right off the top of the deck there. So that means we go to our fourth and final question now. Someone must win on this play of the cards. And this question goes to Sonny.
Good luck.
All right, Sonny, we asked folks and we told them, would you rather be the best supervillain or be a mediocre superhero? What percentage of people said they'd rather be a mediocre superhero?
What the heck is a mediocre?
The best supervillain.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather be the best super villain.
That doesn't surprise me, but okay.
Let's say 40%.
40% of folks said they'd rather be a mediocre superhero. AJ, higher or lower than 40?
Well, you don't know what many people say. I say it'll be lower than that.
I say even lower than that. All right, for all important control of the cards, the actual percentage of people that said they'd rather be a mediocre superhero versus the best supervillain is 57. It's not lower.
Curious.
All right, Sonny, that means you've got control of the cards. Here's the situation. You've got a 5. You need 3 more cards in order to win the first game of the match. AJ has a 9. Can't change it. He needs 2 cards in the match to win the first game of the match. So the option's yours. Do you want to play it or you want to pass it to AJ?
Let's play.
You going to play? All right, you have a 5. You want to change the 5? All right, she's going to play and change the 5. That 5 now becomes a 2.
Higher.
Good call.
All 3 cards, and you win game 1. Higher than the 2. It's a 4.
Let's say higher.
Higher again, higher than the 4. It's a 10.
5. Lower.
For game 1 of the match, lower than the 10. No! Oh no, it's a king, and AJ gets game 1.
So close.
I was thinking lower because it took one higher. And
The king unfortunately did you in, Sonny, there. But AJ, yeah, Owen Hart did get you on that one. Game 1 goes to AJ. He's got another $250 in his bank. So let's clear out the cards and go on to game number 2 here. Sonny needs this one to tie it up. So we're going to go, first question now goes to the challenger. That's Sonny.
Okay.
Sonny, we asked folks, would you rather have a lightsaber or have a personal assistant? What percentage of people said they'd rather have a lightsaber?
I'd rather have a lightsaber. Let's go with let's go with 52.
52 out of 100 said they'd rather have a lightsaber. AJ, higher or lower than 52?
What was the question again?
We asked folks, would you rather have a lightsaber or have a personal assistant? We want to know what percentage of people said they'd rather have a lightsaber.
We're going higher than that.
Gonna go higher than that. Alright. And the actual percentage of people that said they'd rather have a lightsaber versus a personal assistant is 45. It is not higher.
I had a feeling
Surprised.
it'd be lower.
I'm stunned because I personally would rather have the personal assistant because I could use some help sometimes.
I don't have
But sometimes you have to pay. They want money.
Okay, if it's free, I'm okay with this. But all right, Sonny, you got control of the cards this time. Let's take a look at your base card for this round. A queen.
Good call. Nice score.
Okay, lower than the queen. Oh no, another queen.
Double queen.
That
Yep.
pair is something else I can do with you.
Yeah, pairs do you no good in this game here particularly. So that means we go to AJ, look at his base card, and that's going to be a deuce.
Higher.
Higher than the 2. It's a 7.
Freezing.
Gonna freeze there with the 1 card advantage over Sonny. As we go to question number 2 now, this one goes to AJ. AJ, we asked folks, would you rather have your dream house or your dream car? What percentage of people said they'd rather have their dream car?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Well, A house is a lot more expensive than a car, but what I know? I don't own either of those. I will say 56.
56% of folks said they'd rather own. Sorry, 56 rather own their dream car. Sonny, higher or lower than 56?
Let's say lower.
Let's say lower than that. All right, the actual percentage of people that said they'd rather have their own dream car versus their own dream house is 43. It is lower.
Good job, Sonny.
All right, Sonny, you're back in control of the cards. You got that queen.
Let's change it.
You're gonna change the queen. All right. Maybe play a strategy here. That queen now becomes a king.
Lower.
I like that.
Lower than the king.
Not be a damn ace.
It's a jack.
All right, let's go lower.
Going in lower than the jack. A 4.
Let's say. Oh, it better not be. Higher.
Going on higher than the 4. It's a 7.
Yes! We're freezing there, baby.
Freezing there. Needing just one more card to tie it up there. Taking a big lead there. We go to question number 3. This one goes back to Sonny. Sonny, we asked folks, would you rather be in your pajamas all day or be in a suit and tie all day? What
That's
percentage
a
of people
stupid
said they'd
question.
rather be in their pajamas all day?
That's gonna be high. I'm gonna say like 7. Well, let's do 72.
72 out of 100 folks said that, or what? 72% of folks said they'd rather be in their pajamas all day. AJ, higher or lower than 72?
I'm actually in my pajamas all day, all the time.
Truth.
I will say it, but I don't think people want to be in the pajamas all day, so I'll say a little bit lower than that.
Say a little lower than that. All right. And the actual percentage of people that said they'd rather be in their pajamas all day versus being in a suit and tie all day is 71.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Literally 1%
bitch!
off. All right.
Ah!
AJ, you're in control once again with the 7.
Me.
I know.
Change that 7, please.
Changing the 7. That 7 now becomes a 4.
Oh,
Higher.
Higher than the 4. No, it's a 3. Lose that card, Sonny. You can type the match. You call this card right.
From 7?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Higher.
For the type the match higher than a 7. It's an ace. She's done it.
Good job.
All right, it's all tied up 1 game apiece. That means we're going to sudden death now. That means 1 question, 3 cards will decide who's the one onto the money cards. Will it be AJ? Will it be Sonny? We'll find out now as we reset the board. Put 3 cards up there for each of you. Only 1 question this round. So whoever wins will have the option to either play their cards or pass to their opponent. And this question goes to the champion, AJ. AJ, we asked 100 people. We asked folks, would you rather get rich through hard work or get rich through winning the lottery? What percent of people said they'd rather get rich through winning the lottery?
That is going to be an incredibly low number because the odds to win the lottery are minuscule. I will say 24.
24% of folks said they'd rather get rich through winning the lottery. Sonny, higher or lower than 24?
I'm gonna say higher.
I'm going to say higher than that. For control, the sudden death round, the actual percentage of people that said they'd rather get rich through winning the lottery versus getting rich through hard work is 54. It is higher.
That's kind of accurate, to be honest.
Granted, the chance of getting the lottery is very slim, but people would
Excuse
rather
me.
have that easy, quick fix.
That's quite true. All right, Sonny, you've got control of the cards. Here's the situation. I'm going to turn over the base card for each of you. Then you will decide if you want to play your cards, which you'll have the right to change your card if you want to, or pass it to AJ, force him to play. All right, let's take a look at the base cards. AJ's base card is a 4. Your base card, a 2.
A deuce.
The option is yours. You're going to play yours or pass it.
Let's go higher.
You're going to play yours. All right, she's going to play yours. One mistake. AJ remains as champion. Higher than a 2. It's a 3.
Higher.
For the game, the match become the new champion. Higher than a 3. It's a 6. She's done it. New champion.
Go game, Sonny.
Well played. Congratulations, both of you. Sonny's our new champion with $500. And she'll go on to play the money cards in just a minute. AJ, we got to say goodbye to you this round, but we will definitely see you in the Tournament of Champions, sir. Take with you $12.50 this time around, all right?
All right, Brandon. Thank you.
All right, stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back. Sonny plays the money cards right after this. Welcome back to Card Sharks here with our new champion, Sonny. She got herself $500, and now she's ready to take a shot and see how she can do playing the money cards. All right, Sonny, you know how this works. You start with $200 of brand new betting money. You work your way across the card betting again. Minimum bet of $50 or $50 increments. To get the second level, give you $400. Work your way across that row. Then once you get to the top of the board, it's a big bet. You must bet at least half your money. Again, a perfect double, double, double all the way to the top of the board will give you $32,000. Now, currently, as it sits right now, for you to get into the Tournament of Champions, you will need to actually win the next game, and between both games, you'll need to make at least $13,001 to break into that top 8 and get that final playoff spot.
So if I were to make $13,000 here,
then if you made $13,000 here, all you'd have to do is win the next game, and you're in the Tournament of Champions. Okay. All right. So keep that in mind as you're playing through the money cards. And I wish you best of luck to you as we deal out those cards and start you off with fresh $200 betting money. And again, remember you can change one card on each row, one of the 3 cards on the side of the board. And we start you off with your opening base card this time of a 6.
change it with 2.
Change it with card 2. Big change here. That 6 now becomes a 4.
Let's do $100 higher.
$100? $100 higher than the 4. It's a queen. You have to $300.
No. 100 lower.
Okay, $100 again, lower than the queen. It's an 8 up the middle. You have $400 now.
Let's do 50 lower.
All right, minimum bet $50, lower than the 8. No, it's a king.
That's okay.
Drop down to $350, but you have a great card that we move up to the next round. We'll give you additional $400, up to $750 now, and a great king.
Do I have to change my card at the beginning or change?
No, you can change it at any point throughout the row. You can only change one per row, though.
Okay. Let's do 700 lower.
Big bet on the king, $700, lower than the king. Oh no, it's an ace. Well, good news. You didn't bet at all, but you still got $50. You got an ace.
That's why I did that.
And
How much can I bet?
Yeah, you minimum bet's $50, so you have to bet what you got. If another ace comes up, it's still a push. You don't lose. You can't lose on the ace.
So I can only bet $50.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. $50 lower.
You only bet what you've earned so far. $50 lower than the ace. It's a 9. You're back up to $100 and a 9.
Let's change it to with that 3.
Change it with number 3 there. Important change here. That 9 now becomes a 4.
Let's do $100 higher.
All right, $100. Higher than the 4. It's a 10. Back up to $200 at the 10. We move that 10 up to the big bet line. You have $200. You must bet at least $100 on this card. You can change. You can change it if you like.
Let's go ahead and change it.
All right. Important change here. Changing with number 1. That 10 now becomes an ace.
nice.
200 lower.
Can't lose on the ace. Well, hopefully you get lower than the ace. 200 lower than the ace. It's a 5. There we go.
Nice.
Ace helped you and the ace hurt you as well. Another $400 for you, Sonny. That's up to $900 now. But more importantly, you need to get the win in the next game in order to have a shot to make the tournament champion. Will she do it? We'll find out after this commercial timeout. Back with more Card Sharks in a moment. That's great. Welcome back to Card Sharks here. Sonny, unfortunately, it was rough going to the money cards there. Still the champion with $900, and she's now one win away from having a chance to make the tournament of champions. Will she do it? Find out as she plays against our final opponent for the regular season here on Card Sharks. Playing against Sonny, we have Mr. Justin Ray. Justin, welcome back.
Good to be back, Brandon.
All right, Justin has a chance to play spoiler on this one. See, prevent Sonny from getting in, or maybe have a chance to get in himself. We'll see how things work out in this game. Well, let's get right to it and let's play some Card Sharks. You both ready?
Yep.
Yeah, good luck, Sonny.
All right, good luck to both of you as we start off with this first question, and this one goes to Sonny, our champion. Sonny, we asked folks, would you rather have $500 million? That's a lot of money.
Yep.
Or have 10 wishes, but you cannot wish for money. How many of those folks said they would rather take the 10 wishes?
Let's say 30%.
30%. 30% of folks said they'd rather have the 10 wishes. Justin, higher or lower than 30?
I'm going to say that's a little bit higher.
Say a little higher than that. All right, we'll see. The actual percentage of folks that said they'd rather have the 10 wishes and cannot wish for money versus having just $500 million is 64.
Oh, wow.
It is way higher.
I was not expecting
That surprises me. Wow.
Guess people could find better usage for those 10 wishes other than just wishing for money there.
Dude, I'd rather have the 500 million.
I'd rather take the wishes because there's a few things I could definitely do with them, to say the least.
Yeah, but I could do anything I want with the 500 million.
But I'm talking not only from the money financial standpoint, I'm talking from an emotional standpoint as well. You take that into consideration. Justin, we take a look at your base card here for this opening game of Card Sharks. Is an 8.
Ooh, change it, please.
Let me change you. Next card off the top of the deck. That 8 now becomes a 10.
Somewhat better. Let's call it lower.
Lower than the 10. It's a 2.
Way better. Higher.
Higher than the 2. It's a 9.
Freeze.
Gonna freeze right.
Just in case.
Alright, freezing right there, taking the 3-card advantage over the champion. As we go to question number 2, this one goes to Justin. Justin, we asked folks, would you rather win an Oscar or win the Nobel Prize? What percentage of people said they'd rather win the Nobel Prize?
Well, if I remember correctly, winning the Nobel Prize means that you invented something or did something for the greater good. So I'd say that more people will be susceptible to wanting to win the Nobel Prize than anything. So I'm going to say that's going to be around 65.
65% of folks said they'd rather win the Nobel Prize. Sonny, higher or lower than 65?
Let's say lower.
I'm going to say a little bit lower. Alright, the actual percentage of people that said they'd rather win the Nobel Prize versus winning an Oscar is 50. It's right up the middle.
Wow. Good call, Sonny.
Thank you.
Alright, Sonny, you have a chance to get in this game here. Let's
card.
take a look at your base card. An 8.
I'll just change it.
You change the 8. The 8 now becomes a 7.
Are you fucking kidding me? Let's say higher.
Higher than the 7. It's a jack.
Let's go lower.
Come on, lower than the jack. No, it's a queen.
Oh!
Lose those 2 cards there. Justin, a free shot to play off the 9.
Let's see if it's lower.
Lower than the 9.
Bitch.
Oh no, it's another 9. Lose on the pair there.
Why do these pairs gotta happen?
Yeah, it's part of the game, sir. We have to build it in somehow. All right, let's go on to question number 3 here, and this one goes back to Sonny on this one. Sonny, we asked 100 folks here. We asked 100% of people, would you rather have no eyebrows for the rest of your life, or be completely bald for the rest of your life? What percentage of people said they'd rather have no eyebrows for the rest of your life?
I just want to say that I'm one of them. I don't know. Let's say 58%.
58% of people said they'd rather have no eyebrows for the rest of their life. Justin, higher or lower than 58?
Oh, boy. A little bit lower.
Let's say a little bit lower than that. All right. Let's see. The actual percentage of people that said they'd rather have no eyebrows for the rest of their life versus being completely bald for the rest of their life is 32. It is lower.
Damn it.
That's pretty accurate.
All right. Justin, you got control. You got the 9.
Change that card, please.
Changing that 9. The 9 now becomes a 6.
Rough change. Well, it didn't work for me last time. Let's try it again this time. Lower, please.
Going against the odds this time.
Odds,
Lower than the 6. It's a 7. Now you lose those 2 cards there. It's okay. We'll deal those. We'll take care of that. So a free chance to play off your 7.
Let's go higher.
Higher than the 7. It's a queen.
Thank God. Alright, let's go lower.
Lower than the queen. It's a 9.
Lower?
Going on. Lower than the 9. No, it's a jack. You lose those 3 cards
Oh, man.
all the way back to the base card here.
Every fucking time.
And we go to our 4th final question of the round. Someone must win on this play of the cards. This question goes to Justin. Justin, we asked folks, would you rather break your arm or break your leg? How many of those folks said they'd rather break their leg?
Hey.
Oh, wow. Wild question here.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I would venture to say breaking your leg would be more advantageous to you than breaking an arm. So I'm going to say it's going to be kind of a number up the middle. Let's say around 55.
55 out of 100. 55% of people said they'd rather break their leg versus their arm. Sonny, higher or lower than 55?
Well, if you break your arm, you'd have people to help you do basic stuff. When you break your leg, you have people pushing you around with a wheelchair. Now, that means that sounds more appealing to me. Wrong, but appealing. Anyway, let's say a little bit. Shit. Let's go a little bit lower.
I'm going to say a little lower than that. All right. Let's see. The actual percentage of people that said they'd rather break their leg versus breaking their arm is 44. It is lower.
Ooh.
Wow.
All right, Sonny.
Over by 11.
The choice is yours here. You have a 7. You need 4 cards to win the first round of the match. Justin has a 6. He only needs 2 cards. The choice is yours. You want to play your cards? You want to pass it to Justin?
I want to change that stupid sentence.
All right, she's gonna play it herself. All right, let's go and changing that 7. Important change for you here. That 7 now becomes a queen. You get all 4 cards. You get game 1 plus a $500 bonus.
Let's go lower.
Lower than the queen. Oh no, it's an ace and Justin gets game 1. Alright, Justin gets game 1 there, so that's going to give him $250 there. And the first game of the match. Sonny needs this next one tied up, so let's clear out the cards. Go right into game number 2 now. And this first question this round goes to Justin. Justin, we asked folks, would you rather wear nothing but jeans or nothing but shorts? What percentage of people said they'd rather wear nothing but jeans?
Well, I personally know some people that wear shorts year-round, and every time I see them, I just take one look at them, and I'm thinking, you crazy fool. But some people are used to it, so I would venture to say that wearing shorts, I believe, was the question, right? How many?
Yeah, how many?
What they would rather wear?
We asked folks, would you rather? How many said they would rather wear nothing but jeans versus shorts?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I'd say that's going to end up being a low number. Probably around 35.
35% of folks said they'd rather wear nothing but jeans. Sonny, higher or lower than 35?
Rather wear jeans than shorts?
Yes.
I'm going to say higher.
All right, higher than that. The actual percentage of people that said they'd rather wear nothing but jeans versus nothing but shorts is 56. It is higher.
Wow.
Good job.
All right, Sonny needs this game to tie up the match here, so we'll take a look at your base card, which is a queen.
Nice one.
Well, hopefully she's not going to be a bitch to me this time, so let's say lower.
Lower than the queen.
Oh, I could change it.
It's a 3.
That's okay, let's go ahead.
You called it already, so I couldn't change it.
Higher.
Okay, on higher than 3. It's a 4.
Higher.
Going on higher than the 4. It's a 5.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope.
One number up a card. That's something.
You can freeze, you know.
I know, but I want the bonus. I think. Let's go higher.
Going on to try to tie up the match. Higher than a 5. It's a 9. She's tied it up. $250 for winning the round, plus a $500 bonus for the clean sweep of the card. Puts her up to $1,650. It is now 1 game apiece here, and we are going to sudden death on this one once again. 3 cards up there, 1 question. This will determine who has control over it and trying to see who's going to go on to the money cards this round. And the tiebreaker question goes to our champion, Sonny.
Okay.
Good luck.
Sonny, we asked folks on this one. Oh, this is a tough one for me on a personal level. Would you, and this is related to comic book heroes here, would you rather be Superman?
Oh, no. They're not doing that Batman Superman.
No. Not this case. Not Batman. The
Okay.
Flash.
Huh.
Would you rather be Superman or the Flash? What percent of people said they'd rather be the Flash?
I'm gonna go with because the Superman is a little more popular. I'm gonna go with maybe 41%.
41% said they'd rather be the Flash. All right, Justin, higher or lower than 41?
Be the Flash rather than who?
Superman.
Oh.
You know, right?
Wow, what a comparison.
Yeah, it's tough on this one.
I mean, the Flash is awesome, but like I said, Superman is
Like, I want to
very
throw this
popular
question out the
now.
window.
Well, just to move things along here, I guess I'm going to say a little bit higher.
I'm going to say a little bit higher than that.
Yeah.
All right, for all port control of the cards, the actual percentage of people that said they'd rather be the Flash versus being Superman is 40. It is not higher.
I was so close again.
You were
At least
close.
it's a look in my
Off by
favor.
1, Sonny. All right, so that means, Sonny, you get control of the cards, and you'll have a decision to make. Let's take a look at each of the base cards here. Sonny, your base card is a 7. Justin's base card is a 6. Now, the option is yours. If you decide to play, you can change the 7. You need both cards in order to remain as champion, have a shot to make the playoffs. You force Justin to play it. He cannot change his 6. He needs his 2 cards in order to win the game.
I want to change my card.
So you're going to play?
Yes.
All right, Sonny's going to play, and she's going to change that 7. All important change for you here, Sonny. That 7 now becomes a king.
Good luck, Sonny.
Let's go lower.
One mistake, and Justin becomes the champion.
Let's go lower.
Lower than the king. It's a 9.
Fuck me.
Oh, gosh.
I can't do this. Lower?
Going on to try to remain as champion, have a shot at the tournament. Lower than the 9. It's a 2. She's done it.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
She's still in, and she's still champion with 1900. She's going on to play the money cards in just a minute. Justin, thank you for playing, and we got some nice part of this. You can leave us with $250 cash, all right? All right, we're taking another commercial break. Will Sonny make enough money in the money cards? Find out after this. Welcome back to Card Sharks here with our champion, Sonny. He has $1,900 right now if he's going for a shot to try to make the tournament of champions. All right, Sonny, to give you a process right now, you have $1,900 in your bank. You must make at least $11,101 to have enough money to take that 8th spot and have a shot to be in our tournament of champions. Anything less, and unfortunately you'll be out, but you will be the returning champion for next season.
Okay.
So that's peace of mind if nothing else. We'll see if we can continue your luck here as we got the money cards for you. So if you're ready, here's your $200 and good luck to you as we start you off with the base card of a king.
Let's do 150 lower.
All right, $150 lower than the king. It's an 8. You have $350 and an 8 now.
I want to change that.
Okay, which we'll put on.
1.
Change it with number 1. That 8 now becomes a 5. Much better.
Let's do 150 higher.
All right, going on 150, higher than the 5. It's a 6, up to 500 and a 6 now.
Let's do 100 lower.
Going on $100. Lower than, you said lower?
Yes.
Okay, $100 lower than the 6 against the odds. No, it's a 10.
Okay,
All right, the 10. All right, so we move up the 10 there up to the next row where you have another up to $800 now. Let's see. So,
I want to change it. Let's do
yeah, pretty much at this point, Sonny, from here on out, if you want to have a chance to make the tournament champions, you have to bet it all every time from here on out. All right, so you want to change to 10? All right, which one?
2.
Number 2. All right, important change here. She tries to make the tournament. That 10 now becomes a 3.
750.
Now, I'm letting you know you have to bet it all in order to get there. Because if you bet anything less, you will not have enough to make the 11,000. So
Oh, shit.
you're gonna have to risk it all from here on out to have a chance to get in.
Higher. It's a 2.
All right.
Oh, you hope these cards are good.
I hope they're good for you. Good luck. Betting it all. $800. Higher than the 3. It's a 7.
Why a 7?
You got $1,600 and a 7.
That's no way. Be careful. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't change it on this one.
No, you
I've
cannot.
already changed it.
You better change the card for this room.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, what's that? I can't deal with this right now. This is like the worst card ever.
No, 8 would be worse, because then it would be an exact 50-50 matchup here. At least this side, you have more cards that are higher than the 7 than there are lower.
Let's do 1,600.
Speak up. So
1,600!
Thank you. Going on, risking it all. $1,600. Higher than the 7.
Ace or
It's an 8.
Ah!
Oh,
Son of a bitch!
Now it's right in the middle. $3,200, and you have an 8.
look at the cards you
That's
play.
scary.
Look at the cards you played with so far, Sonny.
Yeah, Sonny, remember the cards that have already been played.
I know,
That
but
will
I
help.
try to think about that, but every time I do, it fucks me over.
Well, remember, it's a brand new deck of cards, so the cards that you see here are the only ones that have been played. So there's a lot of low cards out there. We've only seen one face card so far. I'm just saying statistics are in your favor to go higher, but it is your decision here. You got $3,200 and an 8.
Could I bet like 3,000? I still have to bet all of it, don't I?
Well, let me see. For this point, if you bet 3,000, that'll give you 6,200. Well, actually, yeah, you could bet 3,000 here, but again, if you miss it, you won't have enough. So,
Alright. But if I bet all of it and miss it, I won't have shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What do
you
you do
gotta
now?
see. You gotta get to 11,100. So you could bet. If I'm doing my math right here. Is
I just don't want to be left with nothing.
you could bet as low as probably 20. Let's see, 2,500 would give her 5,700, which would be, yeah, you could bet as little as 2,500 here, and still have a chance to bet it, but you'd have to bet it all on the big bet.
Let's do. Let me do 3,000 higher.
All right, risking it. $3,000 is the bet.
I can't handle
The
that.
call of the cards is higher. 3,000 higher than the 8. No, it's a 3. Unfortunately, Sunny won't have enough to make the Tournament of Champions, but she can finish off with some money in her pocket, though, as we move up to 3 to the big bet line. You do have $200.
I want to redo. The whole thing I want to redo.
No, we cannot redo it. This is
You
only...
did it for me once.
I know, but I wanted to make it.
That was because there was a technical issue on our end. That was my fault. That could have cost it there. So that's why you've got to redo in that one. In that case, AJ.
He got a redo.
Alright.
Because of a technical issue.
Well, I can call a technical issue.
On what account?
Oh my god. Kill me.
Just call the 3. Or change it.
200 higher.
There you go.
Let's
Betting
go
it,
with- Let's get $400 again.
betting all 200 higher than the 3.
Fucking bitch.
That's a 7,400 bucks. Alright, so another $400 there for Sunny. Puts her up to $2,300. And she will carry that over into next season as the reigning champion. Well, folks, with that said, we're going to take another commercial break. When we come back, We're going to total up everything and see who's going to be playing in our Tournament of Champions right after this. So stay with us. Welcome back to Card Sharks here, folks. We've done our tabulations during the break, and now we will reveal the top 8 players who will be competing in our Tournament of Champions this year for Card Sharks. So here's that leaderboard now. Our first place winner with his best run of 5 wins and $20,350 is Ricky Johnson. Second place with 4 wins and $43,850 in his best run, Kevin Henry. Third place is AJ Richards with his 4 wins and $27,950. Fourth place, Mr. Eric Lima with his 4 wins, $21,650. Brody Young comes in 5th with 4 wins, $7,200. In 6th place, Nels with his 3 wins and $18,150 in cash. Justin Noyes in 7th with his 2 wins and $35,950. And rounding out our top 8, Mr. Ian Dominic with his 2 wins and $13,000. And then there's our best runs of all of our other winners all season long here on Card Sharks. Now, in case someone is unable to make the tournament, our current champion, Sonny, who's actually our 9th place player right now, will take their spot and will have a shot to compete in the Tournament of Champions, barring anyone is unable to compete. So with that said, that's going to wrap up this season here on Card Sharks. And next time we will begin our Tournament of Champions play with our first quarterfinal matchups. Those will be announced. You'll see the matchups in our next episode. But in the meantime, between time, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this fun-filled episode of Card Sharks. Thanks to all of our audience members and our contestants for playing. And if you like this series, click that like button down below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and want to see more, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. That way you never miss out on all the fun and games here at MVG Productions as we strive toward 1,000 subscribers this year in 2018. But in the meantime, between time, until the cards are dealt out once again and we begin our Tournament of Champions here on Card Sharks, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thank you for watching. We will see you all next time.
Bye
Take
for
care,
now,
and bye, folks.
Thank you.